Okay, so we're gonna get started here, and since this is like my everyday, very simple makeup, I forgot to turn this light on. Very simple makeup. There's not gonna be any lashes involved, nothing like that. It's just literally what I do on a daily basis. I literally just threw my hair up. I have like a snooki going on. I need my hair out of my way, like I can't. So when it comes to the foundation that I wear pretty much on a daily basis, you guys have heard me talk about this foundation a bajillion times. I have purchased, this is now I think my third bottle, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation, and it has sunscreen, SPF 25, and I have the shade 485 Golden Sun. This foundation just wears so nicely on my skin. I'm just gonna spray my face really quick with the Too Faced Hangover primer. It wears incredibly on my skin. Every time I wear it, I get so many questions, so many compliments of just my foundation, the way my skin looks, all that good stuff. When I was working at Sephora, I'd wear this foundation all the time, and people were always asking me like, oh, what foundation do you have on? And I'd be like, L'Oreal. Like, I would say it's super low because obviously I was in Sephora, but I usually just take like 2 pumps of this and start dabbing it on my face. This color is pretty much perfect for me. I do notice that this foundation does dry down a little darker than how it goes on. So like you can see right here, it looks really light. Once it dries, it ends up being pretty much the exact same color as my skin tone. It just blends. If you have not tried this foundation yet, you need to try it. It is so good. It's almost like incredible that this foundation is drugstore because the coverage is phenomenal. It's the perfect type of coverage for me when I want to make sure that I look done up but not overly done, because this very much looks like skin. If I want to wear something more natural, which I have days where I do just want like tinted moisturizer and concealer and that's it, I have something else that I use, but this is like pretty much what I use on a daily basis. Since I am not at Sephora anymore, I work for my business like full-time. I don't do lashes, I don't do eyeshadow, I don't do anything like that. I do still try to make sure that I do some sort of makeup just so I feel like I'm not like meh every single day. It just helps me feel more put together and all that stuff. So I always make sure that I at least do this. But yeah, I love this foundation. It just looks so nice on the skin. It has a nice natural finish. It's not matte and it's not dewy. It's just like perfect, and it wears all throughout the day. Now for my concealer, I'm going in with my favorite concealer, which is the Morphe Fluidity, I think it's called, the concealer. And I use the color C2.65. I still don't understand why this concealer doesn't get more hype than it deserves because it's so good. I'm like scraping this tube. I'm going to the mall after this to get my mom a birthday gift, and I'm stopping into Morphe so I can get this concealer because I love it. I need to buy like 2. Just because I go through it like nothing. Like, I love this concealer. The coverage is amazing. The way that it The way that it blends, especially into this foundation, this combination is just my favorite. The finish is perfect. It's a nice amount of coverage without being like, oh, that's bare. Oh, my cat is shoving himself inside of my ring light bag. It's the perfect amount of coverage for every day, but also enough coverage if you're wanting to like really do it up and give yourself like a nice flawless type of makeup look. It covers everything for me. I don't necessarily need a ton of coverage all the time, but I love the coverage that this gives me. It's just perfect. I love the way that it sets. I love everything about it, and I'm just gonna set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder and putting that there. And what I have been doing lately is I take the sponge, this is the leftover powder from what I just did on my under eyes, and I just dab that all over my face. I don't put any extra powder just because I do have drier skin, so I don't like my face to be extremely matte, but I like my makeup to be set. I don't like the feeling of like sticky foundation. I actually hate that. It's just, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like that feeling at all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my Micro Smooth Baked Face Powder. This is actually a lighter color. I bought it like right before I lost my discount at Sephora. And this is in the color 30 Sand. I normally use this one, which is the color 35 Bronze. They are not super different in color, you see here, but this is a little bit too dark for like this part of my neck. So I just set my face with this one because it doesn't darken the foundation. And I'm pretty pale for what I normally am. You guys know I get really, really, really tan in the summertime. And I'm actually going to Puerto Rico on Friday for my best friend's birthday. And you guys already know, I hit that sun and I end up 15 shades darker. So once I get darker, I'll be using my bronze one again. So I just set my entire face with this. It's perfect. I love it so much. And then I go in with, excuse me, this palette right here. And this is from a brand called Dame Boss. And she's actually the one that I'm collabing with for the lip kits, which are coming very, very, very soon, I promise. And this is the Taylor Thomas and Dame Boss collab. She's actually a makeup artist, and so this is the pro line that she created. And I have been using and abusing this palette. It doesn't even look like I've touched it. I've been using this color for my bronzer. So I'm just gonna pick it up with a Morphe M406. This is my favorite bronzer brush. And I'm just gonna take that and bronze my skin. I don't contour, I don't do any of that, especially not on a daily basis. If I really like wanna glam up, then I would. But I don't usually contour, I just bronze. And once I put this bronzer on, it's like everything comes together because it gives my forehead and my cheeks a really nice color. And this just blends out so nicely. Like, I love it. I've been using this literally every day since she sent it to me. I had bought a pair of lashes from her and she sent me this with it to try out, and I was like, wow, I love it. It blends so nice and it doesn't even look like powder on the skin. That's what I like, and that's something that I pay attention to a lot in bronzers. I don't like my bronzer to look powdery just because I have dry skin, so I don't like that look. And then I'm gonna go into the blush. The only two that I haven't used are these two. I prefer these two types of blushes, like these colors, but I do love me a pink blush. Like, I love pink blush. I just have to wait till I'm a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna go into this color just because I'm doing like a very simple, easy makeup look. The pigmentation is phenomenal of these. You don't have to like dip in too much. So that's why it looks like I've barely used it, because it has so much pigment when you dip into it. Okay, so now I'm gonna use the highlight in the palette, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first opened up the palette and I saw this, I was like, that is not gonna work on my skin. Like, do you see how silvery that looks? But it looks so nice on the skin. Like, once I get darker, it's gonna be too light for me, but I love it. I've been using it again every single day. Doesn't look like powder on the skin, which is always my issue. I do not like to look powdery because I already am dry and I don't like my face to look drier or caked up or anything like that. So I love this palette. Like, I love it so much. I have been using it to death, like every single day. I love this palette so much. An incredible job with this. Like, this has been like in my everyday makeup routine sort of thing. And like always, you guys know I always dab over everything once I apply. And I'm gonna just spray my face with the Hangover 3-in-1. And this is obviously a really, really simple routine because, like I said, on a daily basis now, I'm not wearing a full face with lashes and eyeshadow, and I definitely do not. I'm pretty much sitting at a desk on my computer all day, so it's like I just don't care to put any of that stuff on. But when I go out and stuff, I definitely do like full makeup. I'm using the Anastasia brow gel through my brows. Normally I go underneath my brows and I like clean them up with concealer, but on a daily basis I don't do that. I just fill them in and keep it moving. Then I'm gonna go in with mascara. It's so weird because I was the type that had to do liner and lashes every single day. Like, every day. I did not feel right. I would not take pictures. I wouldn't do videos. I wouldn't do anything. And I kind of got over that, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be so used to myself wearing lashes every day that I feel like off or ugly or not the same when I don't wear lashes. So I have been trying to train myself to not wear anything but mascara every single day, and it has been going. It's been probably like a month and a half that I have not worn liner and lashes, like for my everyday work situation. I just do mascara. So I'm going to be using the Damn Girl mascara which is this one right here from Too Faced. It is like beat up and clumpy and disgusting, but it's so good. So I literally just like layer on the mascara. This one is drying up, so I'm gonna have to get a different one. But this mascara makes your lashes like crazy, like super, super long, super black. And when I just wear mascara, I load it up because I don't have big eyes. I have pretty small eyes. And when I don't have like liner and lashes on, I feel like my eyes look even smaller. So I try to load up on the mascara so that it opens my eyes a little bit more. So I just like layer it on, like layer it. And you can see like, I don't know if you can see, but here we go. Like mascara, no mascara. Like this mascara is intense and I really like it. When I first tried it, I was like, I don't like it. And then I kept playing with it because I prefer when mascaras are a little bit dried out and a little bit like thicker in formula. Like, do you see that? For my eyelashes, I don't, like you can see, I have very, like you can't see them. I have tiny eyelashes. I have a lot of eyelashes. Like you can see the, like as I start putting mascara, but they are not long and they are not thick at all. I don't have thick hair anywhere. I even like my leg hair, the hair on my head, I don't have thick hair. I just have a lot of hair. So for me to get like thick chunky lashes, I have to put a lot of mascara on because my lashes are so little. I have like little baby lashes. And then on my lower lashes, I always use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black just because the brush is a lot smaller. And like I said, I have little eyes. So if I'm using a really big brush, I always stab myself in the eye and then I end up with mascara all over the place. Now for my lips, lips is one thing that I always do. I love lip products, but I always keep it to nudes. You guys know how I am, nude lips till I die. And lately I have just been using, so I'm actually gonna be using the collab that I use. I'm literally using samples, so they don't have pretty packaging, they don't have anything. But I'm going to be using the lip liner in the shade called Café con Leche. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm not gonna show you anything because they literally don't have any branding, they don't have anything on them, they're just samples. So there is the lip liner. It's like a really nice medium brown, not too dark because I wanted something that wasn't gonna be too dark for girls that were lighter skin. And then I'm gonna use a liquid lip, which is, this is like a cushion lipstick. It has a little bit of like comfort to it. It's not completely like dry matte. And this is in the shade called Butter Pecan, because you know, Butter Pecan Puerto Rican. And it's like a really pretty peachy nude. And on top, I'm gonna use one of my favorite glosses of all time, and this is also with my collab, and this is in the color Prilly. So I'm just gonna throw it on top. It's a clear gloss. It has like a pinky undertone, but it goes on clear. So this is what the trio looks like. Very easy, pretty, everyday nude for me. So that is pretty much it for my very easy every single day makeup. I keep it very simple, very light, very like fresh and natural and airy. I do still have obviously a full face of makeup on aside from eyes, but everything just looks very natural, very easy, very simple, nothing crazy, no eyeliner, no lashes. And this is realistically what I do every single day with products that I love and trust and have been like using and abusing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was very simple, but I still figured it was worth it to kind of share the routine that I've been doing every single day now. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.